Premiere Pro is a great standalone program, but one of the benefits is that it doesn't. It's supported by an entire Adobe suite, one of which is Media Encoder, which is very useful. When I export something, instead of pressing Export, I press Q. When I press Q, it automatically opens up Adobe Media Encoder and gets the project ready to export. I can export multiple projects in the queue and export them all one by one by pressing play. One of the reasons I really like this is because it doesn't stop the ability to edit during the export, and I can switch back and see that both exports are done. You can use this when you're editing a first project and you move to a second project while the first one is exporting. Or if you need to export a lot of large videos, you can save them all up and begin the export process overnight. They'll go through one by one, and when you wake up, everything will be done. I swap over to do something in After Effects pretty often when I'm editing. After Effects as well is a great standalone program. It supports what you're doing with video effects, and it was a very intimidating program until I learned basics and went from there. Most of what I learned was on videocopilot.net. But to learn, take it step by step. Do one thing, learn something bit by bit. Learn to do each thing well, but don't let it be intimidating. You can learn it one step at a time. Another program I often use in collaboration is Photoshop. Here's an example of something I would do. In this footage, I'm really distracted by this bright window right here, and it doesn't move throughout the footage. So I'm going to go to Photoshop and fix it. I'll click this camera to export a frame and tell Premiere to export to my desktop. Then I switch to Photoshop and import the screenshot. I switch to Photoshop and open the shot. Now here's my problem. I'm going to select this and go to Image, Fill. I'll use Content Aware and press OK. That got rid of the problem. With this selected, I'll press Option Command J to make a new layer. I'll disable the background layer and then quick export as a PNG. Window, no more. Swap back to Premiere and import the PNG. Drag it onto my footage, and the window is no longer bothering me. Let's toggle it on and off. That's an easy incorporation of Adobe Photoshop on a small scale, but there's countless ways to use it otherwise. Another program I use in conjunction is Audition. Let's import the interview. The video reference is at the bottom left, and the interview waveform itself is in the main window. When we zoom in, we can make small adjustments, like muting things. Right now, I just want to concentrate on things you can do with the waveform. So I'm going to get rid of this and make it its own standalone audio file. Let's save this as something new, Audio 1. If you edit music or audio files, you have to be careful because Audition will save over your original media. A good way to take all of this audio and to set the volume levels a little more normal, you can go to Favorites, Normalize to -3 decibels. It's going to take all the audio, as you can see here, and make the waveforms bigger, therefore louder. It's a lot louder than it was before. But now the silent moments between the questions and answers sound fuzzy. So to get rid of this noise throughout the whole piece, I'm going to select this. When I zoom out, this is just one silence of many. I'll go to Effects, Noise Reduction, Capture Noise Print. That lets Audition know what noise to get rid of throughout the entire piece. So now when I go to Effects, Noise Reduction Process, these are visual representations of the noise that it's going to get rid of throughout the file. I'll hit Apply, and now it's barely noticeable, but these silent moments,
first time pregnancy,
well, it's definitely
are a lot quieter. And that room tone in the background behind the speaking is also deleted. It barely makes a difference on this interview, but it can be very helpful when there's construction noises, refrigerators running, or air conditioners blasting in the background when you have great interviews. If you're making commercials for TV, there are some laws in place to make sure all audio is not too loud. So in the Match Loudness window, you can drag your audio and select the target loudness, and Audition will automatically modify your footage to comply with the governmental laws. And there's so many more things you can do with Audition if you need to focus on audio only. Adobe Premiere Pro is a very popular piece of software. It can do so much and complete so many different kinds of tasks. Editing movies, TV commercials, Instagram videos, and any piece of video content you need. So many other people and companies have designed additional plugins to work alongside it. I've mentioned Red Giant's universe transitions and effects, and also other presets I've found online. But there are lots of plugins to enhance Premiere's capacity. There are plugins to search for music from certain music libraries. There are plugins to search through a script if you're editing a movie. And for color, there are a lot of options to use different filters and effects on your footage. And if you have a lot of cameras going at the same time, Premiere's built-in synchronization may not be enough for you. There are also other plugins that enhance features that already exist in Premiere. Everything depends on what you're doing and what you need to do faster.